Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Thursday, November the 29th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions you may have, you might want to use, or you can use this email address. This is a link to get into our 100% free trading room. You don't have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our trading room. I open the room at about 9 o'clock every morning, Eastern Time, of course. That's when I start to share my screen. I get live on the mic at about 9:05. I go up to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays and up to 3 o'clock on Fridays. This is a link for a subscription, and there's a promo code there. 15% off either the first month of a standard or premium subscription or the first year of a standard or premium subscription. So a bit of more of a quiet day for me after yesterday's excitement. Remember when the SPY took off. Now it could still happen. FOMC minutes are at 2 o'clock today. I'm doing this at 1:15 right now. But this was I guess my good trade for the day. INOV. This was from Holly. There was the alert at 13:09. I ended up taking this trade right here at about 13:11, and I sold some at 13. It actually popped all the way up to 13:53. Sold some at 13:40. If you take a look at the daily on it, I was really hoping that it would. Gotta back this out just a little bit. You'll see what I was looking at. So you can see looking left, there was, this room over here. A little bit choppy on the way up, but there was definitely some room over here, maybe to that 1360 level. But that's almost where it got to. It got to up to 1354. So it's not surprising that that is where it stalled. So let's go back to the 15-minute chart. So I took this one at 1311, sold some at 1340, and then as it kept struggling at 1340 to maybe break out, I got out the balance of my trade. Actually, I don't know why it wasn't right there. It was right up here. Actually, it was around 1334, but it doesn't really matter. Not a bad trade on a percentage basis. This is the only, let's see, am I right? Yeah, I'm looking at the three Hollies today, and there's nothing that is spectacular in terms of a risk-on percent, profit percent. There are a couple up that are up about 2% and all. We get jaded a little bit, when we had the one from yesterday that was up, what was up at 16%. So, that's why I kind of focus on the lower price ones, because that's where we can get the bigger pops. Now, I did try, actually, this one, a little bit of a disappointment for the EXTR. EXTR was an earnings play. I'm sorry, EXPR. Didn't look familiar. EXPR. EXPR was an earnings play. So it released earnings pre-market. You can see exactly what it did. It's a retailer. And it's relatively cheap, of course, $6. And this was basically making lifetime lows down here. Now, why I was really, really interested, and actually I did take this short. I took the short in the pre-market at 590. I guess it was 596 actually. And you can see later on Holly had it as a short. It didn't work. She actually got stopped out. But I exited this trade. I think it was 577. And on the way up, basically right around here. But why I was a little disappointed is that it had looked a lot like the GSM, which was an earnings play 2 days ago. Let me just show you. I have to back this out as a 15-minute chart. Yeah, so you can see it released earnings before the market opened, and it just collapsed all day. A lot of people took advantage of that. Low-priced one was making a lifetime low. And then yesterday, with Chico's, same sort of thing, released earnings pre-market. Basically had a great day down at the very beginning, making lifetime lows again. And so I looked at this EXTR, and I thought, well, maybe, sorry, EXPR. Thought maybe it could do the same thing. I actually mentioned that in the pre-market. Looked very, very similar. So at the very beginning, it did start to work like that, but then it didn't. Then it basically bounced, and that was the end of that trade. So, but, you never know. It goes to show, though, just because two stocks did something exactly the same, and a third one was setting up virtually the same way, same type of price range, earnings, lifetime low, doesn't mean it is going to absolutely 100% react the same way. So anyway, definitely want to get back into the room to see what is shaking out. We were trying to watch this ALQA actually just before. I almost took this trade right here. We were watching for a break right there, and it popped. I almost took this trade. What actually prevented me from doing it was because I knew I was going to be doing my video, and this is just a little too whippy. Look what it did. I mean, it got as high as 320. It dropped all the way down to 288 and right back up again. So this is pretty crazy. It almost reminds me of what it did at the end of the day, towards the end of the day. Well, it was 1 o'clock. That's not the end of the day, but it was having a nice day. Little pullback, little pop. Looked like it was going to maybe take out 5. Then all of a sudden, it just dropped. And I actually thought that maybe they were going to announce a financing, and I don't see a financing announcement yet. But who knows? Maybe they will later on. All right, I want to get back into the room, so bring back the capture program. So if you have any questions for me, please use this email address. And this is a link for our free room. Hope everybody has a great evening, and I hope to see you in our trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.